Welcome to the Financial G-Spot on the Whatever It Takes Network. This is dedicated to help you find that specific spot that you need to focus on so you can feel great about money, even orgasmic about money. I'm Robyn Crane, money and relationship expert, and I'm here to help set you free financially so you can have the relationship that you want. You can have the quality of life that you want and deserve. If you're not in control of your money, then you are headed for financial disaster and emotional disaster. Look, when I was growing up in high school, we had family friends, and the father was in charge of the money. He was managing the money, he was earning all the money, he was paying all the bills. But he was actually out of control. He wanted to make sure that his wife and his kids were getting the same lifestyle regardless of what was actually going on. He was totally in denial. What was going on was he was going deeper and deeper in debt. I mean, he was going from credit card to credit card, and they weren't even talking about it. His wife did not even know about this. And it got so bad and so out of control that he went to a shooting range and he shot himself in the head. He took his own life. He took his own life because he thought it was more important that his wife and his kids got to just maintain their lifestyle. Obviously, he was having some emotional issues. Money has a huge effect on you emotionally. And when you're out of control like that, and maybe you're not exactly like that. I mean, maybe you think you're in control, but you may just totally be in denial. And when you're out of control with your money, you cannot have the quality of life that you want. You cannot keep your relationship. It just won't last. So you must get in control. And look, I'm not just preaching about this. I've made plenty of mistakes myself. There was a time when my husband and I, we were in Mexico and we bought a timeshare. We weren't planning on buying this timeshare, but we were in this investment phase of our life where we just thought everything was this opportunity, and we were like, invest. And we actually had this fear of loss, this fear that if we miss an opportunity, that it would hurt us financially. It wouldn't allow us to get the freedom, the financial freedom that we wanted. And there's nothing wrong with buying a timeshare, but we didn't really want a timeshare. What happened was we were sitting in this room. This guy was telling us all about this great opportunity and how much money we're going to make, how we could use it as investment property. And I bought into it because I felt this anxiety build that if I didn't get my hands on this thing, if I didn't invest more to make more, invest more to make more, invest more to make more, if I didn't, I would lose out. That's out of control. I was in denial. It happens to everyone. Where are you in denial? You're in denial about your money. Most people are. It's okay. But it doesn't mean you should live with that. One of my clients, she's 27 years old. She came to me because she knew she was out of control. And she saw that there was an opportunity to actually control her money and create the life that she wanted. She was in a bunch of debt, over $60,000 worth of debt. She had no idea how to pay it off. So what did she do? She buried her head in the sand. She ignored it. She avoided it. It was too much for her to handle, so she thought better not to look at it at all. And so, of course, she was going deeper and deeper in debt and feeling very anxious and very panicked and very upset about it. Well, luckily, she decided to take action. You need to take action. You need to get clarity of your money. And the best way to do that is to get help. It's hard to do it on your own. I don't expect to invest and have the life that I want and the freedom that I want and that I have been fortunate to have by doing it alone. Go get help. So she came to me and she said, Robyn, I need your help. And we sat down, and I will tell you, when we looked at her money together, all the debt and the little bit of money that was coming in, she was very anxious. It didn't go away immediately. She was very anxious. But as she looked at it and we started to put together a way to get out of it, a plan and a commitment. She decided no more. Enough is enough. My head is no longer going to be buried in the sand. I'm going to look at my money, and together we figured out a plan. And it just so happened she couldn't pay off all the, like that, even her minimums that much she couldn't pay. But even looking at that, she had less anxiety than she had before. Now she had options. When you get in control of your money, you have a choice. She looked at her money, we figured out a plan. She had to borrow a little bit of money just to pay the minimum. I'm not saying that's your solution, but we found a solution that she could cope with and handle. And as she saw that she could make progress and she can start to pay off her debt, and even if it started with help, instead of going deeper and deeper, she got ahead. You need to find that specific spot that you need to focus on and stop the bullshit. Focus on it. Look your money in the eye. Look at your money, every dollar you make, every dollar you spend, to see what's left over and then do something with it. Instead of talking about getting out of debt or talking about that business you've always wanted, stop talking and do something. Make a choice right now. Because you need to have money mastery, and that starts with educating yourself, making a choice, and taking action. Only you control your financial destiny. So when we come back, I'm going to have Tyliana here, and we're going to figure out what is the specific area that she needs to focus on. And where is she not facing the truth? Maybe she's in denial too. So I can help her and so I can help you. I'm Robyn Crane. You're watching the Financial G-Spot on the Whatever It Takes Network. And we'll be back with Tyliana. Let's find out how deep in denial she is so we can get her in control of her money. Welcome back. You're watching the Financial G-Spot on the Whatever It Takes Network. I'm Robyn Crane, and I'm here with Tyliana.
Hi, how are you?
Great. How are you?
Well, thank you.
Awesome. So tell me, why are you here?
I am here to seek advice in regards to some of the financial struggles that I've been having. I am new to trying to start my own business, and I would like to know any advice that can further help me.
Okay. So what are your specific financial struggles?
Currently, right now, I have exhausted my savings due to trying to do things independent, and I'm trying to learn how to properly save and invest and, put into my company in regards to getting that off the ground.
Okay. So you've exhausted your savings.
Yes.
And you're starting a business, or you already started it?
I'm trying to start a business.
Okay. And are you working right now outside of the business?
I am working outside of the business.
Okay. And are you making money?
I am. Not like enough to substantiate my business, but enough to take care of my living expenses.
Okay, so are you going into debt each month, or you've exhausted your savings? How did you exhaust your savings?
I exhaust my savings going to school full time.
Okay.
I was in a relationship to where I thought my significant other was going to be the dominant financial partner. Okay. Unfortunately, we broke up and things changed, so my finances got exhausted due to trying to move into a new place.
Okay, so currently now, are you able to live within your means, meaning you're not going any deeper into your savings?
I'm not going deeper into debt, but it is paycheck to paycheck.
So you've exhausted your savings and you're living paycheck to paycheck.
Correct.
That must be scary.
It's very scary.
So what's really going on?
I'm sorry, that question.
It's okay.
What's really going on is I'm just in a place where I'm not really happy with my finances. I'm really tired of not able to properly save for my future security. It just seems like I'm in a constant circle of paying either bills or credit card debt or just my personal living expenses. It's become a bit of a challenge, so I'm seeking any advice to help me get out of it.
So I get you're seeking advice, and that's great. You're in a great place to be here. I want to know, like, what's really going on with you? Like, how are you feeling, and how did you get to that point? What led you to get to a point where you exhausted your savings? Do you have debt as well?
I do have some student loan debt, yes.
So student loan debt or credit card debt too?
Both.
Both, okay. And how much credit card debt do you have?
I want to say I'm about in the $20,000 bracket.
Okay, so you're not totally clear,
No.
but you have a bit of credit card debt.
Yeah.
20 plus. That's a lot of credit card debt.
Yes.
Do you think that's a lot of credit card debt?
I do think it's a lot of credit
Okay,
card debt.
so before you said you exhausted your savings, but you were leaving out that you have credit card debt. So what else? Is there anything else going on you're not telling me?
What do you mean?
Well, I want to make sure I know everything so I can really, really help you. So
Okay.
to turn this around, because it sounds like you're committed. Are you committed to turning it around? Like
I'm very committed to turning it
Yeah.
around.
So why must you turn this around? Why is it so important to you?
It's very important to me because we're in an economy that's struggling, and I don't necessarily want to be a victim of poverty. Like, I definitely want to make some money. I want to start a few companies, and I just no longer want to be in a situation where I'm just financially stricken. I'm ready to be in a financial bracket where I'm free to spend freely, and this is just not working for me.
Okay, great. So you said that we're in an economy that, what did you say exactly? That's
Everyone's struggling a little
everyone's
bit.
struggling. Okay. So what I noticed about that is that's a very big global belief. Like, everyone's struggling right now. So your beliefs are going to hold you back from having what you want. What do you really want?
I want to be a millionaire.
Awesome. Okay, so you want to be a millionaire, and you're now in debt, and you want to know how to start saving. So what do you think you're doing right now that's getting you to? Is it just that you're not making money, or are you spending money where you know you shouldn't?
I think I spend money where I know I shouldn't, and I also think sometimes certain circumstances, for me as an individual, have kept me from just not making enough money to move and to
Okay, what circumstances?
Just my general geographic location. The income is not as consistent. I'm in the beauty business as far as hair and makeup, and not everyone has money to compensate their image or upkeep. So finances are random. So.
In what business do you want to start?
I'm looking to start a talent management company.
Telemanagement.
Talent
management.
Sorry.
Okay, great. And how are you making money right now?
I freelance and do hair and makeup.
Okay, awesome. So what I love is that you really you're thinking big, right? You
I know.
really want to get in control of your finances. You see this big bright light, millions of dollars, and have your own company, and that's great to keep your eye on the prize and know that you want that and to move towards that. But first you got to start by getting into control of what money's coming in, what money's going out, so that you have money left over to start first, just get to zero.
Right.
Do you know what I mean by that? So right now you're negative, and you're not even clear exactly how negative you are. So to see the reality of that, and I would say even to associate to that pain, because you're kind of associated to it, but you kind of laughed it off. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to ask you a difficult question, okay? If you were to continue this pattern, and part of that pattern is saying, well, it's hard, it's the industry, it's the economy, looking at outside circumstances. Instead of saying, I'm going to be a millionaire regardless of the economy. I'm going to use the economy and take it with me so that I can be a millionaire. But not just to talk about it, but then what are you going to do? What are you going to do to make sure this happens?
I am going to further I don't know. That's a tough question. I truly can't answer that.
All right. Well, I'm going to help you with that.
Okay.
So first thing you need to do is you have to get in control. How do you get in control of your money? You do that by getting clarity. And so when we come back, I'm going to give you and all of you out there the steps of how to get in control of your money. If you have debt, if you have exhausted your savings like Tyliana here, and maybe you have that dream where you really know you can get there, but you have to move forward, and number one, get clarity. I'm going to give you that when we come back. I'm Robyn Crane. You're watching the Financial G-Spot. Welcome back. This is Robyn Crane. You're watching the Financial G-Spot on the Whatever It Takes Network, and I'm here with Tyliana. Tyliana, she wants to start a business, but she has a problem. She is not only exhausted her savings, but she's also in debt. When I asked how much debt she has, she said 20-something. So what I want to know, I want to get clarity here about how much clarity you have. You said you have 20-something in debt, so you're not really sure.
Well, I'm sure. I'm not exactly sure the number,
Okay.
but I pretty much know where the debt is.
Okay. And what are you doing right now to get out of debt?
I make small consolidated payments.
And do you have a plan? Do you know that you're going to pay that off in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years?
It's more than 10 years, I'm quite sure.
Do you have a plan?
I do not have a plan.
Okay. So you're paying off some amount every single month. Every single month?
Yes.
Okay. Towards it, but you don't know, you have no idea when you're going to pay it off.
No, let's just be honest.
Okay.
No.
Thank you. Thank you for being honest. Now, how about you said, I want to start a talent agency.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a business plan for that?
I wrote one. I never followed through with it. No, I did not. I realized my financial situation, and I kind of put it on hold.
Okay. So what are you doing right now to work towards your business or your debt?
What I'm doing right now towards my debt is just working and making the agreed payments.
Is that the minimum or more than the minimum?
I make the minimum.
Okay. So just so you know, making minimum payments means you'll probably have the debt forever.
Right.
If you're not paying more than the minimum. So here's what I see. So Tyliana, I think it's great that you have dreams and you want to reach those dreams, and I can tell, I can see it in your eyes that you really, really want that.
Mm-hmm.
But I also see this bit of denial hanging around, and also like you're just avoiding things. It's like, yeah, I have debt. I want to know, how do I get my finances in order? But I'm here, I'm there. I'm not really sure how to put things in control, and you're not focused.
Right.
So this is the financial G-spot. The point of this is what is that specific area that you need to focus on so that you can have the ultimate ecstasy, a money orgasm, right? So what do you think you need to focus on? Specifically, you got debt, you got exhausted savings, and you have a business.
The truth would be to probably leave my career that I'm in, which is the beauty business, and be a little bit more realistic and go for work that's going to give me consecutive income.
Okay. So are you making a decision right now that you're going to go for work that's going to give you
higher consecutive income? Yes, I am.
Okay, great. So here's what I want you to do. Don't go quitting what you're doing right now, and don't stop making money there, because you can focus on getting a job as number one, and if you can still make money doing your business, then do both.
Right.
Most people are like, oh, well, you know, I have a 40-hour work week, and they're like, okay, I'm going to get a job now, so I'm going to quit everything else. First of all, it might take you 6 months to get a job. It might take you 2 weeks. But if it does take you 6 months, you keep doing what you're doing to pay off that debt. And if you can only pay the minimum, pay the minimum. But I'm questioning whether, just because this is how everybody is, you're probably spending more than you should. Is that true?
In recent weeks, yes.
Okay, that's a yes. So you need to get like so committed to this goal. The first goal is to pay that debt off. And even if you're going to pay it off in 10 years, you have a specific plan, and you are committed to that plan and committed to paying it off a certain amount every single month, or maybe after a year raising it, maybe after another year raising it. And you can still keep that motivation for your business in sight, and you should. Because to have motivation and drive so that you're like, well, if I get this debt paid off in 5 years and I get my savings built back up so I have an emergency savings, and if I get enough so then I can start a business, now we're talking. But as long as you're dreaming and doing nothing about it, it's worthless. So here's where we are today. Tyliana, you are living in denial. You have all these exciting dreams and plans without plans. You know what you want, kind of, but you're not taking any steps to get there. So it's time right now to get your head out of the sand, stop being an ostrich, and decide and commit to putting a plan together, and not just putting it together, but following through. Are you committed to do that?
Yes, I am.
Great. So the first thing you need to do is have total clarity. total clarity with your money. How much this month is coming in, every single dollar. How much this month, or you can look back as for last month, two days later, how much is coming in this month? How much is going out in this month, and what's left over? Until you know that, if you don't even know how much you make, spend, and keep, well, you know nothing. Okay, so first you need clarity of your money. Then you need to know, what are you going to do? You're going to need money at the end of the month to put towards your debt. So you need to know, well, how much debt do you have? And instead of just paying the minimum, and maybe that's all you can do right now, but figure out how much you need to pay and which one you're going to pay. Are there more than one credit card?
Yes.
Great. So you need to figure out which order you're going to pay them. That's a whole other topic of how to pay off your debt.
Right.
But there's a way to do it. You can talk to a credit specialist. So to pay off your debt and then commit to doing it. And in the meantime, you need to increase how much you make, right? Because you said, sometimes I spend too much. Recently, I've been spending too much. So you can focus. Where's the area that you need to focus? Well, you need to focus on making more. And that's getting a job, maybe keeping your business, keeping your independent work. And then you need to stop spending so much money. Even if it's just a little bit. It's so much because you have debt and debt and debt, and you got dreams that are waiting for you.
Exactly.
And then lastly, you need to get totally clear about your dream. What is it that you want, and how are you going to get there? If you have a dream and you want to go after that dream, but you have no plan, it's worthless. Use it as a driving force, but if you can think, this is how I'll do it. After 5 years, I'm going to get out of debt. Or 2 years. Or 6 months. Then I'm going to build up my savings. And then I'm going to fund this business. Or I'm going to go raise the money. So tell me, what did you take from that? What are you committed to doing?
I am committed to keeping my independent work while seeking employment that's going to give me suitable income. Try to pay a little bit more than the minimum on my debt. And start to get myself out of this situation. Great.
And on a scale of 0 to 10, if you were to walk out of this room right now, how sure are you that you're going to do that and you're not just saying it?
10.
Really? Okay. Really?
I'm serious.
Okay, great. So you're going to continue your job and you're going to look for more work, suitable work.
Correct.
Okay, great. Now, let's just imagine for a second. This is the financial G-spot, right? You are focusing on this area, focusing on making more money, focusing on getting that debt paid off. That's the area you're focusing on first. What will life be like? Just imagine that day when you have paid off that debt and you have a savings and now you're working towards your business with a plan. What is that going to feel like? Tell me about your money orgasm.
Girl.
It's that good.
Oh, it's going to be good.
It's going to be good. So I wanted to see that face, and you know what that's like for you and for everybody. Everybody is different. Everybody has a different financial G-spot, different place that they need to focus, and everyone has a different ultimate goal. And it's really about what you're after, the feeling that you're after. So remember, focus. Focus on that area, the specific spot, so that you can have your money orgasm, ecstasy, total abundance, financial freedom. You deserve it, so get right to it. I'm Robyn Crane. Thanks for tuning in to the Financial G-Spot. I will see you next week on the Whatever It Takes Network to help you find your specific spot that you need to focus on so you can have a money orgasm.